In the previous videos we looked at some basics of formatting the objects that we've inserted into the sheet. But here we're going to look at these in a little bit more detail. Here I have some of the images that I inserted onto my page, and as discussed earlier, when I select an image, I get a contextual ribbon tab, in this case the picture tools. From here I can add a border to my image. I can also add various artistic effects. I can change color schemes, or even apply image corrections. Similarly, with the image selected, I can also stretch the image. I can also rotate the image by grabbing hold of this circular arrow that indicates that I am about to rotate the image, and I can simply twist the image around. Another important feature to understand about images that we've inserted into our document is the ability to group images. For example, I may decide that these images here all need to be moved in unison. So rather than needing to individually move each one, I can group them together and treat them as one image. To do that, I need to select first multiple images. To do that, I'll hold down the Control key and simply click on those images. As you can see, the little borders with the squares in the corner are highlighted on each of the images. From here I can go to my arrangement group within my picture tools and find group. You'll notice that the border now surrounds all images at the same time. This has effectively made my collection of images into one image. If I now grab the border of this image, I can move all of the items together. I can also rotate all of those images together and resize all of those images together. If you want to preserve the aspect ratio of your images while stretching them, hold down the Shift key. This will force Excel to preserve the aspect ratio. If I then later decide I no longer want to treat these images as one group, I can return to my group menu and ungroup the images. It's also important to understand the order in which images are applied to a worksheet. For example, when I start layering these images on top of each other, some images will sit on top of others and others will go behind, and this is because the order in which the image is applied to the sheet. I can manually change the order of these images by using the bring forward and send backward commands. For example, if I want to bring my telephone to the front, I can click on bring forward. Bring forward will bring it forward one level. If I want to bring it to the top, I need to select bring to front. Conversely, if I want to have the telephone hidden behind the other images, I'll need to send backwards or send to the back. One final powerful feature relating to inserted objects on our worksheet is the ability to insert text into them. But more than that, the ability to add a formula link into a shape that we've inserted. Let's start by inserting a simple shape. With the image selected, I can right-click and go to Edit Text. From here I can simply start typing, and the text will appear inside the shape. When I move the shape, of course the text moves with it. This text can also be formatted in the normal way. An alternative to adding text directly into the shape is to create a formula link to a cell somewhere on our worksheet. To start with, I will delete my existing text, and this time, instead of adding text in this manner, I'm going to go to the formula bar and add a reference. I'll type in equals as if I was creating a formula, and then link to somewhere on the sheet. From here I can now add text to that cell, and my text will appear inside the shape. This formula link is not particularly useful, but where this feature can be more important is, for example, where you have a custom shape that you're using on top of one of your reports, and you need the message within that shape to change based on, say, the date. So as each month passes, your shape would update to show the current month. Alternatively, we may want to add a shape to a chart, and the information displayed in that shape, you want it to vary dependent on the data within your chart. Again, this provides a dynamic link to a cell within your worksheet, allowing you to put data into your shape.